Bueno, sí.
Hola from Madrid. So here we are in the historic Plaza Mayor. We'd heard brilliant things about it, so we decided it was going to be our very first stop, and it has not disappointed. It is beautiful, as you can see. They're Baroque-style buildings dating back to the 16th century. I have already spotted the apartments that I would love to live in. I don't know if you can see. They've got the little rooftop balconies, and I've spotted a few people sitting with drinks in the sunshine. So I'm not sure they're quite within our price bracket, but we can dream. Over here, we've been doing a bit of reading. We think this used to be the old bakery, but it is now a magnificent tourist office. So we are now off to the tourist office. We're going to explore the square a bit more, and we will see you later.
So here we've got a statue in the middle of Plaza Mayor of King Philip III, who is the guy who commissioned the square. And to be fair, that's exactly what I'd do. If I was commissioning the square, I'd make sure that I had a big, massive statue of myself slap in the middle.
We just come around the corner from the square and found a lovely spot to enjoy an ice-cold cerveza. It is 26 degrees here. We're here mid-September, so it is much needed. Cheers.
So we have just finished having our beautiful cerveza, and we are now just entering the Puerta del Sol, which is a huge square in the middle of Madrid. It's famous for having Kilometre Zero, which is apparently like the centre point of all roads in Madrid. So there is that in here. There is also a statue of a bear eating off of a strawberry tree, which is a bit random, but apparently the bear is a symbol of the city. And as well, for you football fans out there, you might recognise that symbol from a certain Atletico Madrid's badge, which up until now I didn't even realise. But yeah, it has got a bear eating from a strawberry tree. So yeah, a beautiful square, super busy. It's only 6 o'clock in the evening. I imagine it'll get busier and even more lively as the night continues. So we got a little bit of a recommendation from the Airbnb that we're staying at to head to Corte Inglés on Calle del Carmen and come up to the 9th floor to the gourmet experience and see whether or not you can grab a seat and watch the sun go down. And I've got to say, we have been so lucky. We've literally just come up here. There was this table someone was just leaving it, and it has got the most unbelievable view of Madrid, and it's west facing. The sun is going to go down in front of us, so we decided another drink and watch the sunset over Madrid.
We've just come out of the Mercado de San Miguel, where we've been for some delicious tapas. There are apparently a few of these different places to try. We just went for the most touristy because it's the first day.
It was so busy.
It was so busy.
So shocked at how busy it was, but there was plenty on offer, wasn't there?
Overwhelming, the choices, but we made some great ones. We had a Spanish tortilla to start. I then had some tostadas, smoked salmon, cod pilpil. What did you have?
Oh, I had empanadas. Yeah, chicken empanadas, which were absolutely delicious. Oh, good. So obviously a great first day exploring Madrid. We're going to head back now to the Airbnb for a little bit of shut-eye and looking forward to exploring some more tomorrow.
Good morning, day 2, and we've headed straight over to Retiro Park. We've headed straight to the centre, so we're in front of the monument to King Alfonso XII. There are loads of people already out on the rowboats. This is the biggest green space in Madrid, and it's a beautiful day, so I think there'll be plenty for us to explore.
So that was a lovely morning spent here in Retiro Park. We've had a wander along and we've seen the beautiful rose garden. There's plenty of fountains around. There's lots to see and do. There's plenty of locals out exercising as well. It's worth noting if you're coming before 2026, then both the Crystal Palace and the Palace of Velasquez are both closed, so you won't be able to get in there. But it's absolutely worth coming here and spending a couple of hours. It's beautiful. And now Rachel and I are going to head back into the city and grab a bite of lunch. So we've just spent the last couple of hours exploring the Malesana area of Madrid. Really, really cool. Loads of cafes, loads of bars to choose from. We were looking for somewhere to grab some lunch and we found an aloe poke, which was exactly what we fancied at the time, so that was great. And upon exploring the area, we came across this really fantastic museum, which is the Museum of the History of Madrid. And it takes you through from its humble beginnings all the way through to being the metropolis that it is today.
Yeah, it's definitely worth a visit. It's free entry. We were only in there for about 45 minutes, but you could easily spend a lot longer if you're a bit of a history buff. One thing to note is to bring along a €1 coin if you've got a backpack like we did, because you will be asked to put it away in a locker.
Good morning. Today you find me en route to the Santiago Bernabéu, the home of the famous Real Madrid football club. So I have booked myself in for a stadium tour, and surprisingly it wasn't on Rachel's wish list, so she's going to keep herself entertained by going and getting a pedicure. So last night we were in that lovely Spanish bar having a couple of drinks, and the heavens absolutely opened here in Madrid. There was a thunderstorm and it poured it down for the rest of the evening. So it was about as much as we could do to grab a pizza. We actually found a really, really nice place to get something to eat and made our way back to the Airbnb. But today is a new day. It's pretty grey. It doesn't look as if it's going to rain. And looking forward to getting up to the stadium and having a look about. So I made it to the world famous Santiago Bernabéu, home of Real Madrid, and the stadium itself does not disappoint. Super impressive. The same cannot be said for the museum, unfortunately. Felt a little bit underwhelming, felt like you were in corridor spaces a lot of the time, but it was super, super busy, so maybe that's tarnished my opinion. But I am super glad I came. I'd have been gutted to come all the way to Madrid and not see the stadium. So now I'm going to go back to Rachel and we're going to see what's on the itinerary for this afternoon.
This afternoon we're planning to explore the Madrid Royal Palace. It is the biggest palace in Europe, twice the size of Buckingham Palace, so we're really excited to see what it looks like. Apparently there's loads more to see in the area. We've just found this little square on the walk through, Plaza de la Villa, which has some of the most historic buildings in Madrid, so really looking forward to seeing what this afternoon brings. Yes, as expected, the palace is well worth a visit. It's hardly a hidden gem, so there was really long queues to get in, so we didn't. But if you do want to, we'd recommend just buying your tickets in advance. We did go into the cathedral next door, again, well worth a visit, and it's free entry. The grandeur and the scale of both the cathedral and the palace are just something to be seen. Oh, and whilst you're in the area, if you go through the square behind the palace, there's some great views over Madrid, so don't miss that whilst you're here.
We've now come across the city and we are about to head into the Reina Sofia Art Museum. This art museum is famous for having one of Picasso's most famous works, the Guernica, and we thought it would be a shame to leave Madrid without seeing it. The museum's actually free Monday to Saturday from 7 till 9, and the time is now just gone 6:30, but we're going to take full advantage of it and not have to pay to get in. There are other works in there by Picasso, as well as some of Salvador Dali's most famous pieces, so we are looking forward to getting in, having a look around. For our final morning here in Madrid, we've come around the corner from our Airbnb to Las Ventas, the Plaza del Toro, this huge bullfighting ring in the middle of Madrid. It's actually the biggest in Spain, the third biggest in the world behind two in South America. Now, we're not entirely sure what we thought of bullfighting, to be honest. They do a bullfight here every Sunday. Now, we didn't necessarily want to come to see that, but we did want to take the opportunity to come and learn about a sport which is a significant part of Spanish culture and history.
Within the entrance fee, you all get an audio guide, and it's been really intriguing so far. We're only about halfway through. We're sitting in the ring, as you can see at the moment, which is pretty spectacular. So we're off to learn more about the history of Spanish bullfighting.
So spending time in the ballroom this morning was super cool. We ended the tour with a trip into the museum, which you weren't allowed photography in there, but there were plenty of old matador costumes, there was loads of paintings and statues, and basically gave you an understanding of how important it remains in Spanish culture today, which was a little bit surprising. After that, we've headed into the city, and being a Saturday afternoon, it is super packed. So we fancied something a little bit more tranquil, so we have come down to the Rio Park, Madrid, which is essentially a huge parkway that they have made alongside the river. And it is really, really chilled out. Lovely to walk down here. Plenty of people out and about having food and drink and just generally making use of the open space, which is nice. But yeah, something a little bit different to being in the very busy city centre. This evening we are going to make our way across to the Prado Museum, another museum tip in Madrid. This one is free after 6 o'clock every day, so we are going to go along and make use of that free entrance. Apparently the Prado Museum has one of the most important art collections in all of Europe. We haven't seen too much in terms of what's there, but really looking forward to seeing what's in it. And then after that we are going to go out for a meal and wrap up our time in Madrid.
We were enjoying our river walk so much this afternoon that we didn't get to the Prado Museum until about 7:15, and it closes at 8. We were really lucky still to be let in. We rushed about, saw the most famous pieces, but the museum itself looked excellent. There was so much to see, and we're a bit disappointed actually that we left it so last minute.
Yeah, definitely. If you've only got the chance to go to one, either the Sofia, Reina or the Prado, definitely choose the Prado. There's much more to see. And we did manage to see Hieronymus Bosch's Garden of Earthly Delight, so that was a real win for us.
You have to go and see it yourself though, because there was no filming allowed, so we didn't manage to get any footage. We then rushed off because we had a table reservation at the Welcome Club, and it was amazing. It's a tapas theme, but a Latino influence.
It was really good, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was
really
different.
Unusual. And I loved the fact that all of their alcohol is served by weight, so you get your wine bottle at the beginning, they weigh it again at the end. The same with the spirits, and you only pay for what you drink.
It could be very costly though.
Yeah.
So that's us finished with our 4 days here in Madrid, and we have absolutely loved it. If this has inspired you to visit, then make sure to drop this video a like.
We'd love to hear from you as well, so if you've got any recommendations for places we should come on our next visit to Madrid, please let us know.
We'll definitely be back, won't we? We've absolutely loved it. If you're interested in seeing more of our adventures, then make sure to subscribe to our channel, Travel with the Blairs. And if you're interested a little bit more in our story, I'm going to be linking a video here, which is quitting our jobs at 39 to travel the world. Thanks for watching, and we shall see you on the next video.